Good evening, everybody. Tiffany at Dragonflyer Studios. Welcome to the studio. This evening, I am working on the cover to my volume 2 of my 100-day project. Here, let me show you the first one. So, each day of the project, I am creating one of these little 3x3 cards. And they each contain an inspirational quote that I have found somewhere. Some of my friends have given me, things I've heard throughout my life. Anyway, so I'm breaking them down into volumes because I figured by the time I get this is just 49. This is 49 cards. I figured by the time I get 100 of them, I'm not going to have book rings big enough to hold all the pages. So I decided to break them down into volumes. This is volume 1. This will be volume 2. And volume 2 needs a cover. Tomorrow is day 50, and well, I don't want to finish the volume before I get its cover made. So I've been putting it off long enough. Life has just gotten too crazy, but I have the time. The evening is mine. The evening is ours. So let's create a little cover, a booklet cover for this guy. So I've already measured out my chipboard. I guess chipboard. It's really just it's parts of a Girl Scout cookie box, I'm not gonna lie. I've marked my front and my back, so this will go this way. Nope, this will go, oh good grief. This will go this way. Whoop, yeah. This will go this way. So this will be the front, and this will be the back. Now, I am going to cover these. I'm going to decorate them all up and do my thing because, well, that's what I do. So what I've done is, I'm just going to set these down this way. What I've done is I have found myself some print from a book. I believe it's Treasure Island or whatnot. Anyway, I went ahead and cut them down so that they will cover my pages nicely. I'm gonna cover the front and the back, so this will actually be on this side with the print. And then I found this really cool old payroll check. I guess it's a payroll check to somebody, to we're gonna say a John or a Lon Niedelsenberg. I don't even know. Anyway, he apparently got paid either $78.30 or $28.30. I really hope that wasn't a payroll check. I mean, I guess back in August the 1st, 1900, I guess $28.30 was, I don't know, a week's pay, a month's pay? I have no idea. But anyway, so I went ahead and ripped it in half, and I'm going to kind of use it. So the idea is when the book is open, which would be like this, when the book is open, this part's going to be here, and this part's going to be here, and it'll kind of make a whole image when the book is flayed open. So just kind of a fun thing that I was playing around with. So this goes this way and this goes this way. So I'm just going to flip this over. I want to use the full block of text. I didn't want the white line on my page. So I'm just going to turn this over. I am going to get out my little glue buddy. Forgive me if there's a big glare. I don't even know what that... Oh, I didn't even think about that. I just laminated a piece of cardstock as my little glue buddy, so I didn't have to keep trying to find an index card. So I'm just going to use my Scotch Create glue stick. It is it's multi-purpose and photo safe. I have switched off of using my Elmer's glue. It was starting to separate on a few of the projects that I'd done with it. So it's great, and you know, it's great for my son. He uses it on most of his crafts, but I think from here on out I'm going to use the Scotch Create glue stick just so that I have a better quality of finished product when I'm done. Okay, whoops. I'm going to try for center on this, and then I'm going to do a book wrap that I've learned how to do. This is how I cover my junk journals as well. So I'm just going to make sure that it's really nice and welly adhered. It's well adhered. Good grief. It's been a long day, folks. Alright, and then I'm just going to put some glue here on each one of the corners, and I'm just going to bring this down and tack it down on the glue, and then give those a good crease there. I want to try and keep that as straight as possible. I'm going to do the same thing with the other corner. Tack it down and smooth it out, and then on the bottom side also, I'm just going to come here, tack that down, and then crease. Good sharp creases will definitely help the edges of whatever it is you're wrapping look more, I guess, professional or more finished, maybe is the word I'm looking for. Okay, so I do have my two holes here. Now my hole punch won't quite reach. So what I've learned to do is I just take my pen and I'm just gonna punch a hole through there, and I'm gonna punch a hole through there, so that when I wrap this over, even if these holes get covered, I have 2 markers right there as to where I can punch my holes so that I don't lose the holes for my book rings to go through. So now I'm just gonna put a good amount of work on here, and if you use the weight of whatever it is that you're wrapping to get you a nice crisp edge, just fold that over like that, and then it's a nice crisp fold, and it takes into account the thickness. If you were using something thicker like chipboard or full-on corrugated cardboard, which you can use, if you just fold it over, it's going to kind of pinch the edge, and it won't give you as sturdy of a corner as if you just push down here and then roll it over. See, it keeps me a nice square corner. There we go. Now I'm just going to do this the same all the way out. We are crafting in real time here. There's no time lapse. I just video as I go, and you guys are along for the ride. Welcome, by the way, if I didn't say that before. I'm glad everybody's here. If you like what you see and you want to see more of it, please give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me a share. If you stumbled upon me by accident and I'm not your cup of tea, that's okay. But if you know somebody who would like to see what it is that I'm doing, please send me their way, and I will be happy to have them as well. So now, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to hold this up to my studio lights, and the light's going to shine through there so that I can make sure that I get it centered. So give me just a second. You'll hear me go clip, clip. Maybe. There's 1. And there's 2. Alright, and now we have my 2 holes for my book rings to go through. There we go. And then I'm going to put something on the inside of this, or maybe I won't. I don't know just yet. I've got the outside planned. I don't have the inside planned. So, alright, so now on to the next one. We're going to use, don't really guess it matters which side we're going to use, but I think we're going to go with this one. So I'm just going to cover this with my glue stick, hold it down so it doesn't wrinkle up on me. Okay. And then we're just going to come back into here, and we're going to hope for center. And yep, we're calling that centered. What's up, doggo? My poor puppers. He's sitting there looking at me because I've only given him all the treats today, and I haven't given him more than all the treats today. And so he has this forlorn look on his face of, why, Mom? Why are you giving only all the treats and not all the treats plus more? Alright, so we're just going to wrap those around. I just do all my corners first. It's just a habit I've gotten into. I may have gotten a little more paper on the bottom. Ugh. May have gotten a little more paper on the bottom. That's what happens with my glue buddy. The glue doesn't dry as fast as I work. There we go. There we go. Alright. Okay, so now, that's okay. That's going to be covered up. Not a big deal. So now we're just going to put glue on our edge, and then just use the weight of the project to get nice, crisp folds. There we go. Move on to the next one. Try to hurry this along. Thank goodness there's a fast forward button. You get the idea by now how this works. You don't have to watch all of it if you don't want to. I will not be offended. I will not get my feelings hurt. Oh, hold on. Almost forgot. Mark your holes. There you go. And then nice crisp fold there. And oh, didn't quite get that one attached all the way. That's okay. That's what the finger smushing tool is for. These are your best assets when it comes to dealing with your craft and your glue. I mean, yes, we get all sticky and whatnot, but you know, they wash, they clean up. Alright, can't tell you how many times I've walked out of here with stained fingers from inking and doing whatever. Alright, give me just a second, I'll be right back. Just gonna clip my holes. There's one. And there's 2. Okay, so now we have our holes. We have our 2 covered pages. I'm just gonna put them together, make sure that my holes line up and that I'm still working on the right sides of stuff, because let me tell you, that's the thing. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, I didn't do this on my other one, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to age these corners. I'm going to get out my my ground espresso, because yes, I am a coffee lover. And I've got my espresso dauber, and I'm just gonna hit this with a little Distress Oxide. It kind of ages the paper, makes it look a little older than it is. This is an older Treasure Island book, but probably not, 1800s or anything. I think it's, I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't check the copyright year. I know it's newer. The pages in it weren't super worn or torn or anything like that. I just liked it because it had some really good illustrations in it that I plan to use on another project. So, alright. And then I'm just going to give my holes a little aging. There we go. They've seen it. They've had a rough life. Alright. Just going to do this one the same way. These little daubers are great. They last forever. They're Velcro, so if one ever gets destroyed on you, you can just peel it off and put another one on. Alright. So, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. Just kind of rough that up a little bit. There we go. Alright. I am going to go ahead and do the inside because I do want to put some sort of cover over the cardboard. It also helps to stiffen it up and give it a little more rigidity, just for the opening and folding of things. So I'm gonna probably use some sort of cardstock to give it a little more rigidity and maybe a pretty pattern on the inside. I don't know yet. Haven't got that far, but we'll get there. Bear with me. Alright. There we go. Okay. Put my dauber away. Cover my ink up. Alright. So, now we've got these. So we're going to open them up this way. And Wickersham's check's going to go here, and the other half is going to go here. Okay, I'm not going to center them because I really want the idea that when these are opened and put together, my little notebooks, my little collections, I guess you could call them, don't have bindings. So there is the potential. So like, there is the potential for them to do this in real life if someone opens the book that way. So that's kind of what I was going for when I thought this idea up, or at least when I saw the check. And so yeah, so we're just gonna give this, hello Mr. Writing Pen, just wanted to join the show. We're just gonna give this a slathering of glue, and then we're gonna get this out here, and we're gonna put this somewhat in the center, preferably right up to the edge, and then just kind of rub it, make sure that that glue grips. Alright, set that one aside, and then we'll come back and do this one. And it doesn't matter that I cover up my holes now because I have them punched where I need them. So any layers that I add on, I will just punch each individual layer just to make sure that I don't lose those holes and end up not being able to put my book rings through, because then it wouldn't be a book. Alright, and then so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this one as a template just because I'm going for a look here. I have a plan idea, and I kind of want it to work the way it's supposed to. So wouldn't do me a whole lot of good if one was up and one was down. So there we go. There's that. Now, yes, it's going to have holes in it, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. So there we go. There's the outside of my book. What do we think of that? And then I think I picked these up at a yard sale today, and I thought, I wonder how I'm going to use those. And I think right now I'm going to use one because it kind of looks like a coin. I was told that they are either Chinese or Japanese. I'm not sure which. Good luck charms. Oh, look, I got ink on my hand. They're Chinese or Japanese good luck charms. So I don't know if you can see that real well in the camera. They're kind of bronze looking. They've got this square in the middle, but I really like the way they look. So I'm thinking I'm going to put one right up here in the corner of this. And, I don't know if my silicone glue is strong enough to hold that down. I know it does really well with paper to paper, fabric to paper, and fabric to fabric. So I'm a little worried. Hold on. I don't want to glue it on there and then it come off. So bear with me. I gotta go to my drawers and get into my adhesives. And this stuff, if you are a crafter, you know that this stuff will hold anything to anything, and that is the tube of E6000. So it does have a bit of a smell. My room is very well ventilated. Do not use this stuff in an enclosed space. I don't use it around my son. Now he is autistic and has a somewhat hypersensitivity to smells, but I mean it's caustic. I would not use it if my room was not ventilated. Take it outside, maybe a large garage with a fan blowing or something like that might work. But otherwise, don't use it indoors in a small space. I would hate for someone to get sick or lightheaded or anything like that. So, and it says that on the tube as well. Please use in a ventilated area. So I've got my E6000 on there. It does rub right off your hands. There you go. Alright. That's on there as a wonderful little embellishment. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Alright. We're going to put that on there. Just give that a minute to set. Clean it off my hands because, well, I don't want to stick it to anything else. Alright. So, I really, really like that. And I don't know, I think I'm going to call that done. I think that this one's just going to have kind of a simple cover to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and repunch these holes. And yeah, it's going to go right through that check, but gotta have the holes. A book is not a book without a binding, and my book rings are my binding. So, there we go. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be the cover of what will become Volume 2 in my 100-day series. So now I think that's set up enough where I could flip it over. And I've got to figure out what I'm going to cover this with on the inside. So let me go over here to my scraps. And let's see what I have available that I really would like to work with. Let's set that up there and that up there. Alright, I'll let you go through this process with me. So I'm looking for something that's a little more like cardstock to give the book a little more rigidity on the inside. Is that gold or brown? Oh, I really like that. That kind of matches the old world theme of that check, doesn't it? Alright, I'm going to pull off 2 of those. Although, this is not cardstock, so maybe I keep looking. Not sure. Let's just see what I can find, shall we? Oh, let's see. Was this back here? This is cardstock. That's some old scrapbooking stuff. Actually, kind of like that. I wonder if I can get 2 pieces out of one. Let's see. And then maybe we'll add some embellishments on the inside cover. Because everything deserves to be pretty. At least I think so. Okay, set those aside. So let's see. If I get one cover going there, maybe. And one cover going there. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I can get both of these cut out of one piece of paper. So I'm just going to want it to go kind of right there as far as the edges go. Grab my pencil. I'm just going to make a mark here. And I'm going to make a mark there. Okay. And then, I don't know if you can tell, this has a little bit of a grid pattern on it. So I think I'm going to be able to use that to my advantage. Watch out there, glue buddy. Otherwise you'll get sliced and diced. Okay. So from this pencil mark here, I'm just going to stay along this row of squares right out to there. Move my ruler. Try to keep it as straight as possible. And then my other pencil mark is right there. So I'm not going to try and cut out too far past that, so that I can maybe get both covers out of one sheet of this paper. I don't mind creating scraps, but I'm also mindful that, you know, my resources are not unlimited. I hope to someday be able to sell some of my stuff, but it's never going to pay the bills. I do this more for fun than as a source of income. But I do plan on setting up a, I don't know that I'll do Etsy, but, oh yeah, look at that, perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this straight across, because that's the right length, or the right width, one of the two, height, width, length, one of them, that I need for the back side or the front side, one of the two. And then all I got to do is cut off or trim down just that little bit of an edge right there. There we go. And there you have it. I've got, bring my covers back. I've got this one for this one, and this one for this one. And they're a perfect fit on both sides. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with my little 4mm quarter rounder, trimmer. I don't know what you call this thing. Punch? Sure. Call it whatever we want, right? Make up our own words as we go along. It's the Tree Trimmer 5000. How about that? I don't know. I'm just going to trim all my corners. There we go. Okay, and then come back in with my espresso and just hit it real quick with some aging. And people, someone asked me, they're like, well, you can tell that's fake. I'm like, it's not meant to look really real. It's just meant to give it a little artistic flair, a little something something. It doesn't have to look real. That's not the point. The point is to have fun. And I like the way that it looks. All right, so there we go. So I'm gonna iron. I just about said I'm gonna iron these on. If only it worked that way. Nope. On to the glue buddy. All right. Get myself some glue out here. I'm just gonna slather these guys with glue. I'm gonna pay special attention to the corners and the edges, just because I don't want my project to separate. All right, and then this guy is going for center here. Maybe. There we go. All right, there's that one. Push that down. I'm just gonna hold it for a minute and give that glue a chance to grab on both sides of the paper. I've never had a glue stick make paper curl, and it's this one, the Scotch Create, doesn't make paper curl either. It's just a habit that I have. When I glue something down, I have a tendency to hold it flat so that the curling doesn't happen. All right, so now we've got that going on, and then we'll get this one mounted, going for center. Might come out a little crooked. Who knows? Alright, give that glue a chance to grab. Alright. Alright. Okay, so that's my front and my back. I'm going to go back in with my hole punch. Punch these holes one more time. Probably an easier way to do this whole hole punching thing, but this is what I got. So, this is what we got. Very technical here in the studio. It's what you got, it's what you got. Okay, so then there's that. Okay, so that's my front, or that's my outside, front and back. And then, let's see, if you open them, technically they would go this way, but whatever. And then this is the inside of it. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I really liked the way this paper looked, I'm just going to come in here with my ruler and probably right about there. Make sure that's straight. Just going to rip that like that. And then I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to go as wide as my little, I call it my tearing ruler. My little 6-inch or 7-inch ruler here is. I'm just going to rip this along. Oops, well, let's try that from the other side. Just going to rip that. Put that there for now. And then I'm going to come along here. Same thing. As wide as the ruler. And give that a tear. And then I'm just going to add this little piece of paper. Maybe. Right about there. just as a little accent piece. I'm just going to trim it off even with the edge of the book. I did go ahead and put glue all the way out to the ends of these because I wanted the ends on the inside to be very well attached so it doesn't start to lift up. Alright, go do the same thing with this one. Alright, well, maybe. Put so much glue on it, it doesn't want to come off. Okay. And then I'm just going to eyeball this, and hopefully it'll be about the same distance as the one on the other side. If it's not, oh well. Does not have to be perfect. Just has to be something that you like and that you're happy with. Oh, my puppers is dreaming. He's over there dreaming of squirrels and giant bones and fluffy couches and that dastardly squirrel in the backyard that keeps giving him grief. Okay, so I think I'm going to call those done. I may find a stamp or a sticker or some little embellishment to put on the inside of those, but for right now, I think this is going to be Volume 2's cover, front and back. Let's go ahead and put it on the book, and we will call it done. And then tomorrow, when we get to day 50, this one will have a cover and Volume 2 of my 100-day project notebooks will be done. Okay. Yep, goes that way. I wanted to make sure I had it right side up. I mean, I guess there's only one outside of it, but anyway. Alright. So there we go. And there we go. So technically, if the book is opened, my idea came to fruition. And then we have the inside covers. So when you take them and you're looking at the book, you take it and you open it, and there we have it. And everything fits somewhat inside of it. That one sticks out a little too far, but that's okay. But there we have it. There's the cover of Volume 2 of my 100-day project little journals that I'm working on. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see and you want to see more of it, please, by all means, give me a subscribe and hit that like. Share it with a friend. Share it with a coworker. If you know somebody who's into this kind of stuff and is looking for some entertainment. I hope I'm entertaining and not boring. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you that has stuck through me with it and seen what I could do. Until next time, goodbye.